Now we can move to the section physical and mental health during pandemic. Physical and mental health during pandemic. Before that, can anyone explain me what is health? Can anyone explain me what is health? Okay, are you listening, people? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, can anyone explain me what is health? Whether it is the absence of any disease, if you are free from any disease, then it is considered as health. Or having plenty of money and living a happy life, that can be considered as health. For having good food, if you are having good and healthy food, this can be considered as health. Or taking medication at proper time, whether all those factors contribute to your health. According to WHO, health is considered as the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Health is a destination that we reach to help us become productive in life. This is the definition according to WHO. But coming to our day-to-day life, health is made up of these all factors. That is, we must sleep at least for 8 hours a day. We should exercise daily. We should take clean and healthy food. Drink at least 2 liters of water. And apart from this, happiness is of the prime factor for health. It's okay now? I'm audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Coming to the current scenario, we are all going through online classes, and you know the advantage and disadvantage of online classes. I think there are more disadvantages than advantages. The study shows that prior to COVID-19, about 69% were classified as physically active, and now this reduced to 39%. And this is an alarming sign. It may be due to work from home, indulging in unhealthy food habits, spending more time in a chair, staring at a screen, etc. This may be the cause for the physical inactivity. You may be wondering why I am showing the image of a car. Yes, our physical body can be compared to a car. To feel safe in a car, everything should be maintained properly. That is, there must be adequate fuel, gas, engine, everything should be maintained properly. And the drivers are alerted by the alarming signs. Similarly, our body also shows this alarm signs and warning. And most of the time, we are unaware of this alarm. And this will eventually lead to obesity, which is the main cause of all of the other diseases, all of the other lifestyle diseases. And in teenagers and in males, it may occur in the form of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, digestive problem, etc. And in females, apart from this, or along with this, PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and thyroid are most common. PCOS is most common in your reproductive age, that is in your age, and thyroid also is nowadays it's most common. And we can go to the symptoms for thyroid and PCOS. Both of them carry some common symptoms. Even though the etiology are different, the symptoms are common. And first of all, this is menstrual irregularities. That is, there will be absence of delayed menstruation or heavy menstruation. In the case of absence of delayed menstruation, everyone will not bother about it because the girls, about the teenagers, they will be free from the painful periods. But if it is absent for more than 3 months, we should go for a doctor. And problematic second point, problematic acne, that is will be large cystic acne all over the face. In this case also, you people will run after the cosmetic products available in the society. And this may give you instant relief for you. After the withdrawal of this product, again, this acne will come out. And there will be excessive hair growth over the face. That is male pattern hair growth will be over your face. That is hyperandrogenic symptom will be there. Weight gain. Weight gain is one of the most common cause of PCOS. That is central obesity. That is baseline obesity will be there. And it will eventually lead to infertility. That is in the case of thyroid and PCOS, ovulatory changes will take place and which lead to infertility in future. There will be dark patches of skin in folds. That is, dark patches of skin will be there in your neck area and under your arms, etc. This is the sign of the hormonal changes in your body, and it will eventually will lead to metabolic disorders. Loss of scalp hair will be there, and depression is a common symptom for this thyroid and PCOS. Then coming to how to tackle this, how we can tackle this condition. For that, there must be consistency in sleep. We must go to bed, sleep bed and get up from the bed at a proper time every day. Proper nutrition is needed and physical fitness. These three are the prime factors for tackling the physical health. And resources for sleep. Before that, I may ask, are you an owl or a lark? Do you understand what I implement by owl or a lark? Can anyone answer me? Then only I can know you are listening or not. Are you an owl or a lark? Anyone answer me. Okay, you are a lark. Shiva.
Lark.
Okay, owl. I think nowadays most are owl. They are the late sleepers and will be active after the midnight. And in the case of lark who don't know, I will say they are the early risers and will be active at the morning time. Yeah, so many are saying they are lark or owl. Okay. But the proper time for sleep is considered to be from 10 to 5 a.m. That is at least 8 hours of sleep is necessary for us. And the resources of sleep include avoid day sleep. If we sleep at the daytime, it may hinder the night sleep pattern. Maintain proper bed timing. That is, go to bed and come up from a bed at a proper time every day. Avoid using blue light devices just before bedtime. Avoid using blue light devices such as gadgets, your phone, etc. at least 1 hour before your sleep. Limit your caffeine intake after noon. Caffeine will make your brain to stay active. So just limit it to take after noon. Avoid alcohol and smoking. These are the resources for sleep. And coming to nutrition, in case of nutrition, we must follow a balanced diet. Do not skip meals. Drink plenty of water. Avoid junk foods and drinks. You are what you eat, so make healthy choices. You are at your young age and healthy stage, and so you can choose whether to have healthy food and lead a happy, healthy life, or indulge in unhealthy food habits like junk foods, carbonated drinks, sugarized drinks, etc., and lead an unhealthy life. You can make the choice whether to have a healthy food or unhealthy food. But cheat days are there. Everyone's like there. Once in a while, we can cheat the diet. That is okay for us, but don't make it a habit or routine. And what is balanced diet? A balanced diet must involve carbohydrate, protein, fat, minerals, vitamins, fibers, and water. This everything should be involved in your day-to-day diet. You may be wondering why I'm showing the image here. This is our present condition, the first image, that we all will indulge in a breakfast which is in a small amount, and most of the students skip the breakfast, and lunch will be in the moderate amount, and the dinner we will go for a heavy dinner with all the junk food items and we'll go for sleep. And then this lead to our body like this. For a healthy lifestyle, it should be in the reverse order. That is, we must have breakfast like a king, and the lunch like a minister, and dinner like a bhikshu. This is according to Ayurveda. Then we can lead a healthy life. And resources for physical fitness. Here I will show an activity pyramid that shows what all things we should do daily and what all things we must do 3 to 4, 5 times a day, and what all things we must do 2 to 3 times a day, and sparingly what all things we can do. For that, daily we must go for a walk. We must go to park with our pets. Use stairs instead of the elevators. These are all things you can do daily. Go to market by walking instead of using your vehicle. This all thing you can do daily as a sort of exercise. And 3, 4 to 5 times you can do swimming, dancing, walking, tennis, etc. 2 to 3 times you can in a week you can go for training exercise. And sparingly you should sit and watch TV, surf in the internet, etc. And Surya Namaskara. Do you know about Surya Namaskara? It is it is considered as a complete exercise. That is a stretching and bending postures, and it is good for your spine. Spinal health. It will strengthen the bones and the muscles, and it will regulate your menstrual cycle, help to regulate your menstrual cycle. Though for those who know, try to practice this in your daily life, and this will be helpful for you. And these are all the factors. That is, we must be physically active, proper nutrition must be there, that we must take a proper nutrition rich food should be taken, and there will be adequate consistency in sleep is necessary for a physical health. Now we can move on. Am I fast? Yeah. I don't know who asked it. Yeah, for Surya Namaskara, better it should be done in the morning hours. It will be better. How many hours? Can you show the questions one more? I am not seeing it. Surya Namaskara, we can practice. If you are doing it today, if you are doing it 2 times, then next day you can go do it 3 or 4 times, and gradually you can increase the number. Now you can okay. Now we can do a pranayama exercise. That is breathing exercise. That will be helpful for your mental health. Everyone sit straight. If it is possible, please keep your leg crossed. That is Vajrasana. Bhadrasana, you leg crossed. You can see me. Then just hold your hands like this and keep it in your knee. Hold your back straight and just breathe in. Hold it for some time and then breathe out. Are you doing? Again, breathe in. And breathe out. You don't want to hold it for a long time. According to your capacity, you can hold the breath. But your back must be straight. You must not give pressure to the spine. Your back must be straight. And this is the basic pranayama exercise, which you can do daily 4 to 5 times a day, and it will surely improve your mental health. And one more pranayama I will show. Just hold your hands like this, the thumb finger here and these 2 fingers. And the other hand like this in the knee position. Just close your right nostril with your thumb. Then breathe in through your left nostril. Close your left nostril and then breathe out with the right nostril. Again, breathe in through the right nostril and breathe out through the left nostril. Again, breathe in through the right nostril and breathe out through the right nostril. This is the basic pranayama steps you can do daily. But try don't to do like this. Take a deep breath like this. Hold and get put out. Don't do like that. Hold the breath according to your capacity only. Did everyone do that? Hello. Yes, okay. Coming to the importance of mental health. Mental illness and the stigma surrounding them are lasting from a long. That is, if you got a broken arm or if you have got a fever, you will rush to a doctor. But when it comes in the case of a mental health issue or a mental disorder, you will often keep it secret. What is the need for that? In order to create awareness around the world, World Mental Health Day is observed every year. Do you know which day it is? It is just over only. Which day is celebrated as World Mental Health Day? Can anyone answer me? It was this month only. Can anyone answer me? No one know? Yeah, World Mental Health Day is, yeah, correct. Nandita, it is correct. Yeah, October 10th is observed as World Mental Health Day. It is said that the sooner the better. Okay, thank you, Seema. It's said that the sooner the better. Mental disorders can start from the childhood itself. From the school going age itself, mental disorders may start. The example, it may be in the form of anxiety, ADHD, that is attention deficit hyperactive disorder, otherwise eating disorder, etc. In this form, mental disorders can happen from the childhood itself. If the parents and teachers are unaware of this, if the parents or teachers are unaware, the children's full potential, they will not reach their full potential. And when they become the adult stage, a small stress is necessary to hinder the mental pattern. Most of the adults who seek treatment for mental illness uh, reflect about the impact of mental disorders in the childhood. So it is said that the sooner the better. We should identify this condition as early as possible and go for treatment. According to the National Institute of Mental Health reports, in 2017, 7% suffered from major depressive episode. Only 7% was in 2017, there was only 7%, and now it raised to 21 to 31%. And this is also an alarming sign. How are students affected by this? How the mental illness or mental health affect the students? There will be reduced energy level. There may be no interest in nothing. There will be reduced energy level. Lack of concentration will be there. Performance, the academic performance will be hindered. Tough syllabus, they may be not able to, and reduced self-esteem will be there. That they will think others are better than them, and try to focus on their negatives. All the time they will try to focus on their negatives. And most common mental health issues include stress, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and suicidal tendency. These all terms are common for you. Anxiety, I will explain what anxiety is. Anxiety is the fear or worry, a simple fear or worry, but that is capable of interfering with your day-to-day activities. It may be a small fear or worry, but it will hinder your day-to-day activities. An example for this is OCD. You may be familiar with the term OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. That is, there will be excessive cleanliness. Everything should be there at the proper time. Oh, okay. Everyone is facing this, but when it goes from a limit, then it is considered as a condition. Stress, anxiety, everything is there in everyone's life. Okay, we will discuss about stress and depression in detail. Suicidal tendency, we must discuss about this, but because it is common nowadays, it is common among students and teens. And this is always accompanied with depression. Mental health issues like depression, both suicidal tendency and depression have got treatment. So try to identify all this condition at time and seek a medical help. A major cause of mental illness. Early adverse life experience such as child abuse, sexual assault, etc. Yeah, this child abuse, sexual assault, etc. will cause trauma to the brain that will lead to a lifelong consequences that in future they may face with the depression, anxiety disorders may be there. There will be relationship difficulties will be there. Biological factors or chemical imbalance in brain. Yes, our brain needs attention. Like any other part of our body, our brain may also become sick. Just try to understand this. Use of alcohol and drugs. Yeah, this may all hinder with your mental activities, having feeling of loneliness or isolation. These are the major cause of mental illness. And what is stress? Who will know what is stress? I will give an example. If you are walking through a road and suddenly you see an accident, what all thing happen in your body and mind? This is called stress. What all thing will happen? Your heart rate will increase? No? And this is called stress, and the factor that will cause stress is called stresses. That may be internal factors. Oh, my voice is breaking. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Whether my voice is breaking
No, ma'am.
or someone commented my voice is breaking. Okay. Okay, these factors that cause stress are called stressors. And that may be external or internal factors. External factors is this accident or loss of a near one. That all consist of external factors. Internal factors are that our beliefs or thoughts. If we believe, if we have a strong belief and something happened against it, then there will be stress. I will give an example for that. You all people may be addicted to games now, PUBG and other games. I don't know the name of all this game, but my kids know. If you are playing this game and in crucial situations, that is any other crucial situation, Ludo. No, no, that fighting games, no. I'm telling about that. Okay, okay, PUBG ban. I don't know about that or any other games that violence is there, not that type of games. That first, uh, Free Fire. Okay, okay. In that first, uh, stress hormone will be released. You anyone know what all are the stress hormones? Okay, a lot of games are there. I don't know that. Anyway, in the crucial situations, uh, your stress hormone will be released. Yeah, cortisol, correct. Cortisol. First, this cortisol help to maintain your blood sugar level, yeah, adrenaline and cortisol are released. And that first, this help to maintain your dopamine is happy hormone. So many games. It's okay. Please stop the game's name. In this crucial situation, this cortisol and adrenaline will be released. At first, this will be helpful for your body. It will help to maintain the blood sugar level, blood pressure level, and strengthen the heart muscles. In a small dose, this cortisol helps to improve the memory and increase the immune system. And this will be helpful for your body. If you are continuously under stress, if you are again addicted to this game, and then you will be continuously under this stress, and and this time this raised cortisol and adrenaline will harm you. It may cause weight gain. There will be depression, anxiety, and other health issues will occur. So you must keep this in mind. Now coming to the signs and symptoms of stress, there are physical signs and mental signs. Physical signs include poor appetite or overeating. It will vary according to individuals. In my case, I will say, if I'm under stress, I will start overeating, eating, and eating. And it will vary upon you. Some may have poor appetite and some may have overeating. And feeling tired and fatigue. Every time we may feel tired, fatigue, there will be headache, body and muscle pain, nausea, abdominal pain will be there. We know that when we are a child, if we don't want to go to school, then suddenly we will come under a stress. Then suddenly we will tell to our parents, we are not well. We have got abdominal pain. For some, there will be fever also. These are all due to stress only. Sleep problems will be there. That is, there may be insomnia or hypersomnia. This also vary from person to person. In my case, I have hypersomnia. I will indulge in heavy eating and go for sleep. We will be falling sick very often. That is fever, cough, cold, diarrhea, etc. And what will be there for you when we are under stress? Can you explain me? Can anyone answer me? If you have poor appetite or overeating or insomnia or hypersomnia, what all are the symptoms that will occur for you? Hey, you people may know about under stress. Sleep, okay. Sleeping, all are sleeping. Insomnia is not there. Diarrhea, yeah, the diarrhea will be also there. Sleepless, okay, okay. It will vary according to persons. And the mental factors include feeling low. There will be low energy. You may be not interested in doing anything else. Nervousness and anxiety will there. Excessive anger or depression. This vary according to person. Some have excessive anger and some may go to more depression. Being easily upset, poor confidence. We may have no confidence in doing anything. Low self-esteem will be there, lack of concentration, and poor performance in studies. These are all the mental factors of stress. And adolescents are stress. I think you are all at their adolescent stage. What all are your stress? What all factors are causing you stress? Your studies or your physical appearance? What all factors are causing you stress? You are not going to college, no? Or missing college? Or your studies? One is only having stress problem. Oh no, girl in life. You are at your teenage only. There is so much years to go. Then the girl will come. Don't worry about that. The teens are under more stress. That is, this is a crucial period that there will be changes physically, that there will be changes in your body, emotionally. There may be problem with your peer groups, and academically you may be not able to meet the college needs. Every changes occurs in this age, and you people may be under stress. Adolescent age is a stressful period, and I will tell how to tackle this. The first and foremost thing you must do, that you must have self-love. First of all, you should respect yourself, forgive yourself, try to forgive yourself. Stop comparing with the others. The others look like this, and I am looking like this. Stop comparison and try to talk to yourself. Go in front of a mirror and try to talk to yourself as you talk to your friends. This will all be a happy feelings. Stop worrying about what others think of you. This is the first thing you must do. We spoil our life thinking what others do, what others think of us, what others think of us. Stop doing that. If you practice all this thing in your life, you can see how beautiful your life is. So try to practice this from today onwards. Self-love. And going to the slide, stress management tips. How we can manage your stress. Making little changes in your lifestyle. Try to wake up at early morning, go out, do some pranayamas, go out, go for a walk, hear your favorite music. This will all will make changes in your life. Learn to recognize whether you are under stress or not. If you are under stress, try to speak it to others or do things to come out of that. Try to recognize that. Take a break. Have a cold drink, get some fresh air, and close your eyes for a minute. This will be an instant stress reliever. You should help others and family, and this will give a positive mind for you. And if you are under stress, please let others know about this. At least let know of your dearest or nearest friend about your condition, about your mental health. It is necessary nowadays. If you don't speak to anyone else about your mental health, then again you will go inside that. So try to speak out and allow yourself to simply say no to friends and family when you know you cannot meet their demands. If you can't meet others' demand, try to say no for that. How to maintain your emotional resource, that is develop mutually supportive friendship and relationship. You must have a friend. Yeah, it said that a friend in need is a friend in need. If you have a someone is talking now. If you have a friend to whom you can share everything, uh, try to have a friend like that. You should pursue realistic goal going rather than goals other have for you. In everyone's life, during their lifestyle, there may be some frustration, some failures, and sorrows. Everyone's life is there. Try to accept it and expect it in your lifetime. If you expect it, if it comes, then you can manage it. And try to expect that there is frustration and failures and sorrows in everyone's life. And try to understand this. Always be kind and gentle with yourself. Am I fast? Am I fast? No, okay. Now going to the topic depression. Depression is the state of feeling sad, tired, worthless, irritable, loss of interest in anything. And these are the signs and symptoms of depression. By saying this, you may feel, oh, we all have depression, but it's not like that. If the symptoms last for a long, if the symptoms last for more than a normal period, then it is considered as depression. Otherwise, we all go through this all symptoms. There will be prolonged low mood, loss of interest in pleasurable activities. The activities some months that was pleasurable for us, now we then in the case of depression, we will lose interest in that. Worthlessness, we may feel that we are good for nothing. Withdrawal from social activities. Once you were very much active in social media, Instagram, like that, and sudden withdrawal from that. If any of your friends do maybe like this, just take care of them. Frequent feeling of fatigue or loss of energy. I will give an example. If your phone battery is low, you will surely charge it. You will not keep it in a low energy for a long time. Same like that, if you feel you are low, just try to come out of that. There will be significant weight loss or gain. This also depends from patient who is having overeating, then will go for weight gain, and who is having poor appetite, they will go for weight loss. Difficulty, concentration, and making decision. We may not able to decide anything. We may not able to decide and make a point. And insomnia or hypersomnia that I have explained earlier. For some, there may be insomnia, and for some, there may be hypersomnia. Recurrent thoughts of death or suicide or attempted suicide. These all are the common symptoms of depression. The National Health Mission have given a chart to show us how to cope up with depression. Follow a routine. From this, you know that follow a routine for the physical health and mental health. We should follow a routine in our life. That is, you must get up at a proper time, do exercise. Everything should be followed in a routine in your daily life. Travel, go to your favorite destination with your favorite friends, and enjoy your life. This may help to come out of depression. And be creative. Those who know to draw, those who is a dancer, those who is a singer, you can enjoy your, feelings. Take multivitamins that will help to cope up with depression. Sleep for minimum 8 hours. That is necessary. Eat fruits. Fruits like banana, apple, kiwi fruit, this citrus fruit. This all help to cope up with depression. Go for a walk. These all things are that help to cope up with depression. And what all things you must prioritize to have a proper mental health? Meet with a counselor. Yeah, there may be a counselor for your college now. If you are under academic stress or any other stress, just go and meet your counselor. Now you can go, you can't go and meet, then phone your counselor and speak out. What is your feeling? Make a first aid kit for a brain. As for a body, we will make a first aid kit like same like that. Make a first aid kit for a brain. Meet with an on-campus peer mentor or wellness coach. Start an exercise routine. You should start an exercise routine from if you don't have a routine, start it from today itself. You can go for guided relaxation exercise such as yoga or guided relaxation exercise on yoga classes, but this must be under a mentor or under a coach. You must go for suddenly going into doing yoga by seeing in the phone or YouTube channel, it may cause damage for your body. So it should be done under the guidance of a coach. Start an exercise routine, get enough sleep. That is 8 hours of sleep is necessary for your body. Get up early and have the sun on your face. It is a nice feeling. If you are not doing it, just from tomorrow onwards, try to get up early and go out and have the sun on your face, and you will be happy all through that day. Hang out with good friends. It said that hang out with good friends only, not with bad friends. Put happiness on your to-do list. That if what all things you are interested, if you are interested in reading, read a novel. Then if you are interested in hearing music, hear a music. If you are interested in dancing, go for a dance. What all thing that gives you happiness, do that. Practice positive thinking. Here we can include that self-love and start meditation. Meditation include pranayama, etc. So it's over. Any questions? Hello. Is there any questions?
Guys, if you have any doubts, now you can ask.
Being sad is a temporary condition. It will not last for a long. But when we are under depression, it will last for a long. The low mood, everything will be last for a long. Sad is a temporary condition. It will be for a 1 or 2 hour or for a 1 day only. But in case of depression, it will last long. Nandida? Hello, Nandida.
Ma'am.
Can you read the questions for me?
Ma'am.
It is flashing out now. I can't read fully.
Yeah, I'll read, ma'am.
Okay.
First question is, what is the difference between being sad and depression? Like
Oh, yeah,
how
that I
does one?
explain now. No?
The second question is, ma'am, sitting lonely at times is just bad habits. So how
Yeah,
can
yeah.
we overcome it?
At that time, just try to change your mood. Change your mood. Go out, go for a walk, or hear a music. Just try to change your mood at a second. That is the only thing you can do.
The next question is, when it comes to treating depression, would you prefer prescribed medication over a change in lifestyle?
If it is in a mild form, you can go for a change in lifestyle. But if it is in a serious form, you may go for medication, counseling, everything is necessary in your life.
Next student is saying, in a web series, House of Secrets, all about mental health. 11 family people suicided together.
What? I didn't hear you.
In a web series named House of Secrets, it's all about mental health. In that, 11 family people suicided together.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Student is
Stop
saying like
watching
that.
so much of web series and concentrate in your studies.
Another student is asking, ma'am, in this online session, we can't avoid seeing the screen for a long time. Can you suggest any remedies for that?
Oh, okay. Look at the screen for 10 minutes and then move your eyes. Just concentrate on any other object and blink your eyes for 3 or 4 times. Then again, look at the screen. Every 10 minutes or 15